Hello, this is Soundout here. Today, with my 50th video, I believe. And I've reached 60 subscribers as well. And today's going to be a review of something that is not in stores. Well, shouldn't be. Though there are some smaller stores that may have these. I am bringing you the Power Rangers Operation Overdrive Drivemax Megazord, Dual Drive Megazord, Sentinel Knight, and Battle Fleet Megazord. Anyway, they're all made by Bandai of America. Yet, the Dual Drive Max and Dual Drive didn't go so well. Since I'm covering so much, this may be a multi-part video. So let's get started with the Failmax Megazord. This is my 50th video review of the Drivemax disaster of Bandai of America. They finally tried to do their own thing. And it blew up in their face. Especially in sales, because this thing tanked enough that stores didn't want the Jungle Fury Megazord. Some stores were brave enough, but some stores did not want Megazords anymore. This really deserves the name Failmax Megazord. This thing failed and everything. The Japanese version was beautiful. It was perfect. It had head articulation. This thing doesn't. It sacrificed that for lights and sounds. I hate it when they sacrifice the toy for the gimmick. But anyway, let's get on to how bad this thing is. I'll do this in reverse order. We'll start with door number 5, the sub-driver. Number 5, none of this back here is painted. You do get these claws that rotate, but they come off and they're rubbery pieces of Bandai putty. Yeah. Now, it's shorter than the Japanese version, because look, this is where you get the fist from. You have to flip it out. Japanese version, you push it in and the fist pops out. That worked a little bit better. It does have wheels so you can, pretend to roll it. Why would a sub have wheels? It does not fold in half here. It is one solid piece of plastic, which leads to issues in the combination. Let's move on to the Dozer Driver, which is number 4. They painted that white so you can't see it without outlining it. I'll give it props. The shovel does move. This gun comes off. It stays in there nicely, but really you have no reason to take it off. It also rolls. And none of these have curve on them like the Japanese versions. Number 3 is the Gyro Driver. It's supposed to fly. This one actually looks okay. I really have nothing to complain except when you get to the part where it's carrying a whole head, not just a helmet. Number 2 is the Speed Driver. This one's okay. See, look at this thing sticking out the back. The Japanese version, you pull on this. You pull this forward, and this would retract, right? Well, this thing doesn't move at all, so you can't retract that stupid piece on the end. And he doesn't have missiles molded in there. And then lastly, the Dump Driver, which is the best one out of them. It's got a nice grill. Unfortunately, it doesn't move, which leads to problems. It's got a number 1 there. It's black. You can put stuff up here, I guess. It's okay. Problem is, you want to do that little cool attack where you grab stuff. Only these things move. These don't flip. And those aren't painted. Oh my god. And it's very ratchety. Another note, these are 3 times bigger than the Japanese versions, according to LinearRanger.com. You do get a secondary mode, aside from just Zords and from Megazord. You do get a truck, which was used in the show. So you get this ready, you want to pull this cockpit back and flip this up. Then you want to take Gyro Driver, fold these fins down, And then these two holes there will go into those two tabs, like this. Okay? Then you want to pop, this is the hardest part of this. You want to take this piece and pop it up and rotate it around. That half's ready to go. This is where the problems with the sub-driver lead. This here goes on the side, clips in nice. This kind of rests there because it's too big to fit in the slot. My God, Bandai, come on! Combine these two parts together, you gotta take this part here, push this up, and, clip this under. There's a little peg under there, you just gotta kind of find it. And there you have the Mega Truck. That's pretty much its entirety. This thing is sad. Oh, forgot to mention, the sword does fit on here, but I really don't like it on there, so I'm not going to show you that here. It rolls okay. Problem is, you kind of, whee! That's going to fall off a lot, because it doesn't click into place at all. So, I guess we should go into Megazord mode. Okay, let's move on to the Megazord. Let's see. It looks like I've haphazardly lost the sword. But really, it doesn't do much, so I don't really care right now. But anyway, for the Megazord mode, you want to pop this piece off. You want to fold these up. And you heard loud sound effects. It's what you want to do most of the time.
So you got two pieces now. You want to fold these up to the head, put it off to the side. This, you want to fold these wings up like this. That's ready to go. Take the speed driver, flip the clip back in, and this is ready to go. The Dozer Driver, you want to fold out the arm, flip out this. You want to fold this over here like that, and that's ready. You got an arm. The sub driver, fold these out, flip this out. It's done. This one's the only complex one. You got to fold out the legs, stand it up, flip these into the legs, split them apart, and then wait a moment while the camera adjusts. Not by itself, of course. And then this flips around, and now you're ready to combine them. And if you haven't noticed, I'm really not spending time on this. This is just crap. Excuse me for saying that, but this thing is horrible. You plug those on like that. You take this and plug them onto the two tabs in the back here. It's kind of self-explanatory if I just show you, but you plug this onto the front and hope it stays. And then you take this, put it on top, and press the button.
Yep, there you go. This is the Megazord. It doesn't do much else. I mean, really. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I saw the first episode of the show. I really didn't know how the show was going to go over, since I hated Mystic Force. I'm sorry to the people that loved it. I hate it. So, I went and watched the first episode of the show. I loved it. I thought, oh, that is such a cool Megazord. It transformed in such a great way. And then I went to Toys R Us. Hey, look, it's the toy. It should transform exactly right, like they've done in the past. How wrong was I? Yeah, you got blatant obvious problems here. No, hardly anything is painted. You got visible screws right here. You can even, my new camera, you can even see that. Look at that. Visible screws. Okay? Now, it loses the neck articulation of the Japanese swords. Again, I don't have the sword, but really, it's not much. It's just one solid piece of plastic. It doesn't split apart into a shovel and a pickaxe like it did in the show. Little connector points down here cause it to have, you can't move the legs. They can go out, but then you really can't pose them. They do have a knee joint, but it looks kind of weird. I really can't, I can hardly say there's any good points about this. You do get the very heavy ratcheting, the very heavy ratchet on these arms, but they do move in like, this one moves in like that in the Japanese version. The other arm moves like that, but they're so tough to move. Really, this is all you're getting. This is a horrible as a toy. Not just as an inaccurate Megazord, but as a toy, this is got hardly any play value. Be looking for part 2, where I take on the dual fail Megazord. Till next time, goodbye.